Good morning, peoples. It's a great, glorious day in the day. But before we get started in today's drive, I have a call out of action for you. Here at the Detroit Diz, we're trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. And we're appreciative of all of our subscribers, each and every single one of you. We're really thankful and grateful for all of you. But if you're not a subscriber and you haven't hit the subscription bell, we ask that you hit that subscription bell and help us get to our goal of 1,000 subscribers. We're trying to get to 1,000 subscribers by the end of, the goal was at the end of the year, but I'm not sure we're going to make it. But still mash that subscribe button because we'd like to make 1,000 subscribers sooner than later. Anyways, so it's a great morning today. It is kind of cloudy. It is going to be, well, it's right now, it's 28 degrees for the car temperature. And I'm not really sure what the high is going to be. I think it's going to be like in the 30s. Or maybe, I don't know. That's something like that it's going to be. But anyways, it's going to be a great day everywhere. So I do have a list of a few items. But before we get started on that, hopefully that you had a beautiful weekend. You have to let us know what you did this last weekend. Here at in Detroit, we just hung around like two old farts in a pair of pants. I don't know. I thought I would just tell that stupid joke. No, but seriously, we didn't do anything really spectacular at all. We did go meet up with some friends, and I did not watch the Lions lose, but they did lose. Those Lions. They're not the same team as they were last year. I don't think that they made many switches, but all I can say is that, there's some teams that are great for decades, like the Baltimore Ravens or the Patriots or some other teams that are great for decades. Well, the Lions, have been playing really bad football for decades. And now that they have a good team, they have had 2 years of success where they've gone to the playoffs. I think the playoffs really is the marker of how good your team is or isn't. And so I would hope that, I'm not really certain at all anymore that the Lions are going to go to the playoffs. There's a lot of people still hoping and wishing and praying that the Lions get to go to the playoffs. I do not think that they are playoff worthy. Now, miracles could happen. There was a miracle on 31st Street, and there could be a miracle in Detroit that comes off and the Lions make it into the playoffs. But they are in the bubble, and I don't think that they are going to make it unless Green Bay flops the next 2 games. And anyways, so that's my premonition. I think the Lions will just have to start working towards next year. That's what I'm saying here. Big time news, though, in Detroit is that Detroit last year was presented with the award that they won the NCAA hosting rights of the Final Four. So here in Detroit at Ford Field, we are going to be hosting the Final Four. I think that's really great. We've hosted a lot of things here in Detroit. We've had the we hosted the Super Bowl once, more than once, but once lately in downtown. We hosted the I think we've hosted a couple events like that. We just had the NFL draft. Now we're going to be having the NCAA tournament Final Four. That's exciting stuff. A lot of people are going to be visiting Detroit in 2027, not 2026. 2026, I think it's somewhere else. I don't know where it is. I forget. But 2027. So I cannot wait for the crowds to be like really awesome, and to have Detroit just really in the view of the world in a positive way. So, anyways, today is a great, beautiful morning. And every day that you wake up and your life is a great, big, beautiful day. So, today is the 22nd. It is the second day of winter. I don't know. There's no snow. That's cool. We don't have to have snow to have winter. You could have winter without snow. You could have there's other places that are warmer than Michigan. It's wintertime across the United States. Wintertime is always wintertime, no matter where you go, and no matter what the weather is, it is still wintertime, unless you're in Australia, because not everybody's wintertime is the same time. So right now, wintertime in Australia is completely different. They're on a different schedule than we are, and that's the way that the planet rotates and the planet is. And so, yeah, if in case you didn't know that. So yeah, that's a thing. That is a thing. So I got a couple things. Let's just kind of jump into them right quick, pretty soon here. I got to get this thing out of the... where did it go? It was stuck in my visor. I could barely get it. I could barely get it. The visor. All right. I write really big here because, so the first thing is the rocking roller coaster. It's not rocking. I always do that wrong. It's rocking, because it's the rock and roller coaster. And for the longest time, they've had a rock and roll band named Aerosmith that has been the theme of the ride, Rock and Roller Coaster, by Aerosmith. I don't know if it's by Aerosmith, but anyways. So, if you haven't heard the news about the Rock and Roller Coaster somehow, I'm going to break it to you. A Rock and Roller Coaster and Aerosmith, you're out of there. You're out of there. Aerosmith is retiring. Hasta la vista, baby. And they now have a new band. Okay, I wish I could remember the name of the band, but they have a new band that's coming, and that band is the Muppets Band. They have a name. It slipped my head right now. I don't know. I can't remember what the name of the band is. Somebody will inform me in my section of comments. But yeah, the good old Muppets, left their house where they were at, where everything was in 3D, and now they're 2D, but you can see them. You'll probably be able to see them. Hopefully, it won't be all screens like LED screens. I hope they actually have Muppet animatronics. A Muppet animatronic. Yeah, I hope they have those. Muppet animatronics. And I hope that those Muppets on the ride are awesome. Who will be the Muppet that basically guides you through the beginning of the beginning of the show? Will it be Gonzo? Will Gonzo be the Muppet that basically takes you through the ride? Who's like your guide to the ride? Guide to the ride. Guide to the ride. Oh gosh, really, dude. Okay. Sometimes there's things that are going really slow, and that was one of them. Okay. So Gonzo, I don't know if that's true or false. I'm just making that up, but I don't know. I cannot wait. I wonder if it will be called the Warp. If it will be like a scientific project of Beaker about warp speed, and where the car goes really fast, takes off 88 miles. No, I'm just joking. They have to time travel back to somewhere, and the car has to go 88 miles an hour or 66 or something. I don't know. I'm just making that up as we go along. But I don't think they can borrow that from Back to the Future, or they would be in big trouble. Just saying. So I found this interesting. So Disney World had the same thing last year. They had an unlimited water park pass from December to like May. Now, listen, I know that if, like me, I live in Michigan, like, why do I need a park pass for unlimited rides? But it's hot down there in Florida, and the weather is a lot different. So having a pass to a water park now might be really good for them. But it does get cold some of the time in March. And I've been there when it was so cold that people have to break out North Face jackets in Florida in March. So there are going to be those cold days that you may not just want to be swimming in Typhoon Lagoon. Just saying. But they're calling that unlimited. And talking about Typhoon Lagoon, it is going out of service to be worked on very, very soon. And that means that your unlimited pass will be kind of limited to Blizzard Beach. This last summer, Blizzard Beach and Typhoon Lagoon were open. They were open together. They were open at the very same time, and they called that like something that hardly never happens. So now you're only going to have Blizzard Beach open. You're going to have this $89 unlimited park pass to go to Blizzard Beach or Typhoon Lagoon if it opens up mysteriously, or they get done whatever they're doing very fast and it opens up. You'll be able to go to both. I don't know, $89. I think it might be worth it. It's cheaper than one-day ticket to the parks. Just saying. So I was reading an article about 2026 and some things that might be changing, or about how people do things. But Lightning Lane versus, oh gosh, what did that say? It said Lightning Lane versus rope dropping. So the whole thing about rope dropping is that you can get there early. If you have early access from one of the resorts, you can even get there earlier probably, and you can go and get on the rides. And that is the whole early, and you go and you target like one ride, and you straight line path to that without running. And you can walk fast. And you get there and you ride the ride that you want to ride and get in line, hopefully, without a very big, long wait. Now, two things about this. People are saying, well, I don't have to do a rope drop if I'm doing Lightning Lane that day. That is true. You can shorten the lines quite a bit by buying a lightning lane without having to get up super early. But why not? You know, just for the excitement of rope dropping and getting there, why not do it? Are we really that late? Really? Wow, unbelievable. What's taking so long? So you could rope drop and all that other stuff. And yeah. So it's that's something that you could do. You could also, by the way, use your period of time to, if you paid extra, you can go to one of these extra late night gigs where they open up extra hours, or go to a party or something like that, and you could get in your time to go to the parks then, and you can get some rides down that way. Or you can strategically go to some of the rides while some of the fireworks shows are going on. So I don't know. There's different ways, but this whole article really dealt with rope dropping and rope dropping and lightning lane. I don't know. I think that is a possibility that most people are probably just going to pay lightning lane, not get up early, go to the park, and go through some lesser lines. But I think here's my thing. You should just go ahead and rope drop one anyways, because at least that one will be super short for sure. Super short for sure. Yeah. And then the other one that you go to may not be so short, and because people have, even though there might be a lot more quote unquote lightning lane riders than you would think they would be. Anyways, talk to you guys later. Have a great one. Bye-bye.